Every time I go to the server to find every friend in the house wants to see me tonight. With a little shutdown, I feel it just right. All I wanna do is see a beautiful sunlight. Hello people, it's Poet and we're back on the TimeShot server. And here I am again in the nether. I'm just working on my nether portal tunnel. Two girls from Minecraft have moved their tunnel downstairs. Which is kind of too bad. It would be nice if Magnius, I don't know where his house is, if Two Girls from Minecraft could have his portal area, because that's basically, if I drop down, like that's right where their portal would be, is right where his is. But, first come, first served, as they say, so if Magnius wants his portal there, that's where he can have it. There we go. I logged in, and Two Girls from Minecraft had both, I guess, basically sealed up this portal, saying no thieves allowed or something of the sort, because I had apparently stolen their nether tunnel. I didn't tell them that I took it. I forgot. Oops. But here's the design that I came up with. This is a new design. I was just going to kind of do a floor like Liam had, but I dug all of that up. So now it looks like this, and I'm just kind of plunking away at it slowly, but then I realized it's getting kind of dark down here, or at least it feels dark to me down there. So I feel like I should go and get some glowstone. Would be nice. And to be honest with you, not only glowstone, but I want to make maybe redstone lamps. So I'll need a bit of redstone as well. Not sure that I care for these vines. It's an interesting idea, but that's about all that it is. It's interesting. Okay, so I need to get some glowstone. I can see a lot of glowstone obviously hanging over a giant lava pit that I'll lose everything over. So I want to go and see if there's an easier place to get some... Whoops! Oh no, I'm on fire. I thought I had avoided that fire. I barely touched it. Barely touched it. And I am hurt. Let's see. Glowstone. There's some over there. Some down here. It's light. Oh, it's just lava. I thought maybe I'd be able to find some in a cave up here. Would be nice. But alas, no. So I talked about so much in the last episode, and it's only been a few hours, I guess, since I last recorded that one. I don't have too much to talk about in this episode, which is kind of a nice thing in a way. Oh, look at this. I can see someone's been kind of pillaring for some glowstone here. Yeah. I will try to do the same, I think. Right in the same area. Do I still have codes? Pick, I do. How about over here? That glowstone looks really accessible, so I'm going to go to that. That looks like the one that we want. Let's see. Lots planned. I guess I could talk about... There's this... Uh-oh. Okay, that's bad. It's going to make me lose my train of thought. Can't lose my train of thought. I was talking about planned stuff. Oh, you ducked at the last second. Gotcha. Come on. There we go. Yes, lots planned. I've been talking with Nia a lot about this project that I want to do, and we're going to be pulling in a few other people. I've talked about it to a few other people as well in the past, and nobody's really kind of taken the initiative and said, yes, I want to do that. Add me to the group, add me to the list. I want to do that. But it's going to be a humongous project. As far as a series goes, it's going to be big. It's going to be really big. Apart from that kind of idea, which, I mean, hashtag hype, I guess. But, like I said, it's still in the planning, so I'm not going to mention even what it's about, what we want to do, that kind of stuff. Of course, for the sake of copycats and for the sake of it just being kind of a what if type of thing, you know, maybe there's a chance that we won't be able to come together and make a project like this work. I just don't know yet. So I'm not going to dedicate myself to saying, yeah, we're doing it, and then end up not doing it. And speaking of Nia, there's Nia right there. I told her that I was on recording, so she's just stopping by. Alright, so here we are up here. Let's see. I want to create a nice platform for myself. I don't want to fall. Probably would survive, but it wouldn't be enjoyable. Right, and like that. Huh. Someone built their platform and they didn't take all of the glowstone. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Is this silk touch? Yes. The silk touch pick is still, I think, the best way of gathering glowstone, because it's guaranteed for. See, you see, when people know you're recording. But anyway, it's a guaranteed 4 pieces of glowstone dust if you think about it that way. So getting it with silk touch is more efficient than even like a fortune pick, which has a chance of not getting 4 pieces. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to branch out this way. I don't think I'll get all of this glowstone here, but I'll do my best. If some of it falls, I don't really care. I've got what I need, I think. I've got a stack of glowstone or so. Just over that. So now if these things, if I can't catch them all, that's okay. Actually catching most of them. Turning out to be a pretty good thing. There we go. I caught most of them. So I got a stack of 19. That'll do. Right here. There we go. That looks beautiful. And now we can go back all the way to the little tunnel and we'll grab some redstone and maybe make some. I guess I'll need to make redstone torches or something as well. How does that work now? I'll need to make, like, instead of torches, maybe I'll have to. That's gonna be hard to put the pieces of redstone lamps where I want them to be, because there's bedrock there. You see, that's one of the biggest problems right now, is that there's bedrock, and I just don't know how to deal with this bedrock the way that it is. It's kind of in the way. It's intrusive. We built this nether hub a little bit too high up. So now we have to deal with things like this. And as an admin, I can go in and I can clear out the bedrock, but I hate having to do that. I mean, I guess I will do that. I will clear out bedrock for people if they really need it. Like if Violinaria here said, well, I really wanted to have lights in here, but there's bedrock right behind the thingy, I would go in and I'd clear that up. Because I feel that 2 things. That, 1, there should be a way, as hard as it is, as I can see how game-breaking it is for bedrock to be broken and stuff like that. There are other things that people can do now in Minecraft. As far as, like, adventure maps go, you now have those little portal blocks, or not portal blocks, what do they call them? They're like the invisible panel block, whatever, that are unbreakable. That kind of replaced the need for bedrock. So give us a way of breaking bedrock. And number 2 is that we kind of messed up by building this hub a little bit too high up, and that's nobody's fault really. So as an admin, I should be able to go in and clear out the bedrock for a layer. It's not breaking through to the... If I were to break this piece here, for example, it would not break through all the way to the over top of the nether. And even so, people can still get there with ender pearls anyway. So again, the bedrock is pretty useless, except that it's getting in our way. Anyhow, this is the design that I'm coming up with. So I think what I'll do is just continue it for you guys. And I had the idea of maybe... Let's see how this will work here. I kind of want to do... I've been doing the dark wood, and I need to go get more. Which is nice, because I wanted to go get some redstone. But I feel like I should be able to do that. And then I'll continue it from that way. And then periodically... Maybe everywhere that I have a pillar or so, I'll make a redstone lamp. But here's the thing, like, there's bedrock right there. So how the heck do I make a redstone lamp? I think, unfortunately, because of the bedrock... Yep, there's another piece of bedrock. And another piece of bedrock. Like, we're right there. So what I could do... Oops, that's stupid. Okay. Oh, man, I'm placing it... I don't know how to place glowstone, obviously. What I could do is something like that, which looks okay. You know, I would have really preferred the redstone lamps. But it looks alright, so I guess we'll keep it that way. Yeah, that's okay. So that means I don't really have to go back to get the redstone, I suppose. Saves me the trip. So basically, we're just doing like that. I've cleared out all the spots. You can see how neatly I've cleared them out. Yeah, right. The pick that I have is just too powerful. It just digs through everything. I can't help it. There's huge holes behind all my work right here. As long as it looks clean on the outside, it doesn't need to look clean on the inside. And this is looking pretty amazing, I think. Look at this. Pretty amazing. Oops, I'm running out of... There we go. I missed a spot. And one here too, actually. There we go. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now I can patch it up with these. Like so. And like so. Oops. There we go. Oh, this is looking really good. There. That's basically done. Patch that up. And here, I'll go like this. Oh yeah, and then these. I had 2 more pieces, and that's all that I need. Oh, that looks better. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. This should be a red... sorry, I'm wanting to say redstone lamp. A glowstone piece. Now, it looks pretty amazing. Look at that. That looks... Ah! So cool. I really like that. Okay, so now around the bends, that's the hard part here. What am I going to do here? It's mostly stairs that I need, but not entirely stairs, so I can't use all of my stone brick pieces. There we go. So let's space that out now. Oops! Right away we screw up. Isn't that always the way? I don't know, like, a lot of people want to see me doing the building process on here. personally, I don't know that it's the most exciting thing in the world for you guys, but if that's what you guys want to see, I can do that. This isn't the whole, you know, building series, really. But I don't mind building. I don't think that I'm any good at it, so there's always that too. But let's see this. It's supposed to look kind of like that. This should almost be like that. Really? Shouldn't it? No. No, that would be off. This is off. That's just a brick pillar. Yeah. If anything, that should just be brick. Okay, so this is where that is, and now I'm out of those logs, so I'll go get more of those. When I started Minecraft, I would never have thought that I'd have an eye for design, you know, coming up with things like this, coming up with things like that nether portal rail entranceway thingy. But it's amazing how you spend your time around, like you've basically got Legos in your hands. Let's pretend that these are Legos for a second. And eventually, if you spend enough time playing around, placing and removing and placing and removing and playing around with it, eventually you're going to strike something that looks pretty good. You like it. You like the way that it looks to your eyes. And you just kind of, you put that thought away. You put that to the side and you think, yeah, I'll come back to that eventually. So this wall design, I didn't really want a circular wall design, so I kind of flattened it out at the top, and this looks like this, ties into the floor. I really like that. You know, you play around with it enough and you get something that looks kind of good. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's why Minecraft, there are other games out there who will always want to kind of be the new Minecraft type of thing. But it's always going to be extremely difficult to try to compete with the level that Minecraft has kind of created, you know? It will always be a Minecraft clone. It'll never be a unique experience, it seems. I hear that so often. I've talked about this before, how a new game comes out and immediately people will either love it or hate it for the fact that it looks very much like Minecraft. They'll either praise it for being kind of a Minecraft clone, or they'll hate it because they'll say that it's trying to do what Minecraft already does, or something like that. You know, you can't have crafting in a game these days without people immediately thinking of Minecraft, which is funny because, you know, really, a lot of people could, if Minecraft were a little bit more advanced than it is, people would probably be saying that it's more of a RuneScape type of clone or some crazy thing like that. Crafting in games has been around for ages, but I guess they just kind of did it right. They did it right in such a way that they kind of just, they said, why not let the people decide what they build and what they can't build, and kind of release the limitations on it. And it's kind of like with my Jurassic Park Builder series, one of the biggest beefs I've got with it is that they limit so much in the game. And I believe they limit it because, you know, back when the game was made, it was over 10 years ago or so. It was a long time ago. I don't know how long ago. Let's say 10 years. Back then, people didn't have the powerful computers that could possibly run this kind of a game. A game where limitless building is possible. So I'm constantly stuck in that game fighting the system. I want to be able to place more walls down, and I can't. You know, and when Minecraft came out, it was kind of like, here, you want to build it? Please build it. Build as many as you want. As much as you want, and just don't stop. There's no limit, and it's, to me, that has always been one of the key reasons that I continue to play, and will probably continue to play for quite some time. Let's see here. I'm running out of blocks to kind of just play around with. I'll use that. Oak. It's easier to space out if I have a block on this top layer up here. There. Good enough. Okay, put that back on the bar. Like that. Back on the bar. Like that. Sorry. And then this will be the log. There. That is looking great. I love that log happens to be dead center with the portal. It's like I planned this. It's just so good. I'm happy about it. Can't you tell? It's good. It's very good. I went and grabbed some spruce. Oops. Spruce. Oops. There seems to be a lot of people taking spruce from a lot of different places, so I actually ended up replanting quite a bit of it. And now I have semi-functional farm of sorts, you could probably call it. A tree farm for spruce trees. I'm sure that eventually someone will go and just cut it all down anyway, but for a while I'll have a little place to go for spruce if I wanted it. See that pick? You just can't control. I try. Not really. Not really trying to control it. Here, I'll just place this down right there. Right down in the middle of the path, so that we can't avoid it. What am I going to do with the floor here? Because ideally the floor would be kind of like that, right? Because there would be a pillar right there. And maybe there should be. Should there be? Like that? I mean, that's where one's supposed to go. Yeah. Alright. That looks not bad. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't mind that. Having the pillar there. Yeah, okay. One there, one there, one there. There we go. So, I don't know what else I could talk about. I guess I could talk about, like, favorite foods and stuff. Because I must be hungry. I don't know. But I tried to make Indian food today, and it didn't really work out. And there's just something about, like, the food that you grew up with, for the most part, will always be the food that you're most comfortable eating and creating, and I don't know. I do see a lot of chefs out there who are like fusion chefs, they call them. You know, if I'm making Japanese food, I'll make Japanese / French fusion food. It'll be like a combination because I know how to make really good French food and I really like making good Japanese food, so together it's Japanese French fusion food, and it, you know, people seem to, that's a very popular thing to do these days. Me personally, I know how to cook pretty good French food. I would say I'm not tooting my own horn. I just would say that, you know, if I were to claim to make any kind of food all right, it would be French food. It's what I grew up with, you know. It's what my mother always made. It's what my grandmother always made. Being a French family, and we always, it was always a very French way of thinking about food as well, you know, in the way that you put ingredients, in the way that you mix things. You always just had a French way of thinking. It's hard to explain. But today I tried to make Indian food, and I think I can make a pretty good stir fry as far as like Chinese food goes. As far as like Japanese food, I can make a pretty wicked yakisoba. But when it came to this Indian food, I thought I had a great idea. Turns out my ideas are idiotic. I had no idea what I was doing. So I don't know. It didn't turn out. It tasted okay, but it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I expected at all. So it was kind of disappointing, I guess, is the best way to describe that. Disappointing. And it's really too bad because Indian food, like I was saying, talking about favorite foods and stuff, Indian food is one of my favorite foods. I would admit that. It is, to me, delicious. Delicious in every way. In the creaminess of it, in the spiciness of it, in the... it's good food! I don't need to explain what good food means. If you like something, you like something. And especially the spiciness of it, I really enjoy spicy foods. I go out of my way to eat spicy foods, really hot foods. And some people will say, like, why do you do that? Why do you punish yourself that way? Why do you eat such hot food? And I try to explain, like, it's part of the fun, you know? It's part of the fun eating that food and kind of just being able to take the heat and be able to stand the heat. It's a fun experience. It's like some people eat very sweet candies and stuff, and they think that that's fun to eat because it's, you know, syrupy or sugary or something like that. For me, spiciness has the same effect, you know. It doesn't seem very difficult for me to understand, but other people don't seem to get it. They don't like the idea of punishing your mouth with hot spice for no reason. But anyway, let's see here. Just goes like that, I guess. Might just go like that, maybe. I don't like the way that looks, so I'm gonna tear it up. And I'm actually going to rethink this a little bit. Might try that. Still hate how it looks. This is all part of the trial and error that I try to cut out as much as I can. I guess it'll just be like that. Looks alright. These will have to change. Like that. Alright. Okay. I have to decide how I'm gonna make this look around the portal. That could be a difficult decision. Go like this. Because I could go like that on both sides of the portal. Looks okay. But anyway, what kind of foods do you guys like? I mean, a lot of people just like I said, they like what they know. They like what they grew up with. They like not necessarily going outside of the realm of what they know. Yeah, that looks not bad if I do like that. Perhaps. And that's why, like, you go to a French restaurant, you expect that there will be a lot of French people there, and quite often that is the case. I mean, that's at least the case for what my family was like. We always wanted to go to French restaurants and stuff because that's the what we thought was the ultimate good food, was the ultimate good food from our culture. You know, it just tasted the best to us. For me personally, nowadays, I'd probably say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for Chinese food because I know this really awesome Chinese food place that, and I'm generalizing when I say Chinese food, because there's so many different types of Chinese food, you know. I'm of course talking about Shanghai cuisine, but you know, there's lots of different kinds of cuisine in China, and that was my favorite. I found a restaurant that I really, really liked, and you know, so that's kind of my place to go these days, as far as like favorite foods go. But there are still some French restaurants in the city that I still brag about going to and really like going to. And that's kind of the way that it is. Why did I even start talking about this? I guess, like I said, I guess I'm just kind of hungry or something. Blocks. I'm running out of blocks here. Came to get more of those. There we go. It's kind of a weird experience when you live on your own. You don't eat the same as when you were at home cooking. I know that some parents don't do the whole home cooking thing, and that to me is kind of a shame. You know, I want to be able to, if I have kids, I would really, really enjoy being able to sit down with them at the kitchen table. And did I seriously make all of those into stairs? Crap, I need more than just stairs. But I would really like to be able to sit down at the dining room table at dinner time and be able to eat a nice meal with my family. You know, that's, call me old-fashioned in that kind of thinking, but to me, I think there's a lot of value in that. My family always did that. My family never really got along. I'm sure, you know, I've told you the stories a million times, but we always got along enough that we'd always come together at almost the same time every day, sit down at the kitchen table, and enjoy a meal together. And sometimes those meals we didn't say very much, but just having the company of someone else and being able to eat a home cooked meal that was, well, I don't need to explain how good a home cooked meal can be. It's just one of those things where there's nothing else like it. It's just so good. Everything seems fresh. Everything seems just tasty there's nothing like it. So my family always did that, and I would also like to do that eventually with my family too. And you know, some people aren't like that. Some people really prefer just being able to all kind of fend for yourself, grab what you want, eat when you want, do what you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there are days where totally I'm into that. But I would say that if that's the way it's going to be, 9 out of 10 times should be different. It should be, you know, spending time with the family, having a nice meal together. Because not only do you get to talk about your day and how you are and what's going on, but you get to experience that little bit of a homemade cuisine that, you know, I would really like to improve my cooking ability. I've always liked cooking, and I think my grandma really, my nana, she really kind of infused that in my mind. You look at my my cousins, two of my cousins, actually became Blue Seal chefs. Like, they're actually like trained chefs. And they're both working in very nice hotels. One of them works for the railway. One of them works for a fancy restaurant. It's all in my family. My brother, he's just became a chef. Even though he's completely not trained in that, he kind of just took on the responsibility of chef. And, you know, that kind of thing is just... They're cooking in my family, I guess, runs in our blood, because that's what our parents, that's what our grandparents, we always got together for dinner at the same time to have a home cooked meal. We always had the cooking going on in the house all the time, and it's just kind of a nice experience, you know. If I can pull one positive thing from my entire childhood, would be that entirely, would be one really good positive experience, is that we all had this cooking in our lives. There, I'm gonna actually block that up, because that makes more sense. More like this. And then that should actually be cut away. It should be a step. Like that. Yeah. Right? Am I messing this up? I think I very badly am. Because this, I think, should be a step. Like that? Yeah, like that. And then that, like that, that, like... Ah, messing it up! That. That's a weird effect back there. What the heck happened there? It's because of this glowstone, probably. I'm gonna actually try to get this dark wood back there. Ugh. There we go. There, that looks a little bit better. Place this like that and like that. There. Good. That. And then in the corners there. What do I do? That should be the logs, actually. So I could just go like that, I guess. Did I seriously run out? I have like one piece left, one piece, and I ran out of wood, otherwise finished. Are you kidding me? You kidding? I'm tempted to now go in behind here and steal that piece out. I'm trying to think, like, how necessary is it? And then just put that there instead. Yeah. I don't like the way that that looks. It has to be that piece. Are you kidding me? What? Now I have 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Ah, 1 block short. Hey, wait. What's this? That 1 block didn't need to be there. There we go. Done. Done. Oh. Okay, this part now. And then we're done. But thank you guys for watching. We basically just spent the entire episode building this, which, you know, isn't a bad thing. I quite enjoyed it. How should I make that look? I guess just like that. Eh. I don't know. Even these, kind of like on the fence about. maybe rather do something kind of like that. Yeah? Yeah. There we go. I always got a plan for this. Always got a plan, don't you worry. And then these. There we go. There we go. Looks good enough, I think. There we go. Now I'm on the fence about this. Should maybe be spruce, or, yeah, spruce as well. There. I don't know, I'll play around with this. Maybe I'll keep it like this. To me, that looks okay. So I'm not going to complain about it. Kind of ties in the floor. So there we go. We are finished our little nether path thing. And we're basically doing all of this for you guys. Like I said in the last episode, there will be a map download. You can probably catch it on the Reddit. That's reddit.com/r/timeshot, as I'm sure you guys know. But we're basically finishing up a lot of things really quickly for you guys. Just so that you guys can experience a little bit of a finished project, so to speak. So that you don't have to use your imagination. You can see what we've been working on. And this, for example, I am very happy with. Super happy with. Kind of looks like a Quake-style tunnel or something like that. Or I like it. Okay, so I'm going to end the episode there. We didn't really talk about much. Talk about some food, cuisine, and having dinner with the family and how important that can be to me and blah, blah, blah. But, like I said, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and do all those other awesome things that people do. We'll see you next time on the TimeShot server. Bye-bye.